Some may call me an asshole, but I'm happy with what I've done. While I was working at a hotel as a receptionist, there were various events held there by other companies. 4 stars, nothing unusual. People had a one-night stay along with the event. Everyone came in, people were on their seminars or moving about the place and so on. Nothing unusual. However, during the day a woman, wife, with a few little kids came in asking for a man who was supposed to be accommodated here. So of course I looked up the name and called the room and told him that his wife is waiting for him down at the reception. Yada, yada, yada. He came down, they met up, hugs and kisses and all that stuff. Just like a regular family. Fast forward to after the seminars, everyone is having a party of course and most people are getting drunk. Some of course more than others. As people start to leave the party to go to bed, everything starts calming down to silence except 2 people who are sitting on a couch type thing in the bar area. They're like glued to one another. And as a few minutes pass, the girl starts moaning. It's an empty and completely quiet area, so you could hear someone taking a deep breath, let alone moan. Of course, the guy was fingering this woman. We had cameras all over the hotel so I could see it right there from the back with my eyes or from the front via camera. Of course I was irritated since these people chose in advance who they want to bunk with and if they want a 2-bed or queen bed apartment and if they want to fuck so bad, why not just grow a few brain cells and take it to the room? One of the prime functions of hotels, but whatever. After a fairly good amount of time, the 2 got up and went to the elevator. Thank God, they finally grew a brain. I thought. As they passed me, I recognized the man as the guy who had his wife and kids come in earlier that day. Of course I was just happy to not have to look at the asshole, but as they got in, instead of going up to the rooms, they went down into the basement. And in the basement, there are garages, but more importantly, there is this location where the cameras can't see where they went. After a while, they got back into the elevator and went to the top floor while neither of them were accommodated there. As I watched the cameras, they didn't get out, and as a receptionist, I had to go check the basement area to make sure everything is okay. There's this one table there and there were 2 sweaty ass cheek marks on it, so yeah, no doubt. As I got back up, I called the elevator to the reception floor in case someone who's not on the room comes in. As I returned behind the desk, as it opened, the 2 people were just standing there in that awkwardly casual style of when you catch a pair on their first kissing session, looking at me like startled dodo birds. Connecting all of that with the fuck marks I found on the table, they were fucking in the elevator. After they went back up and then back down again, they got out, went right in front of the hotel and started fucking on the sidewalk. Like, right there by the road. This happened at around 4 to 5 a.m. mind you. And to be completely honest, that's when my nerves slipped. Since I knew the guy's name and looks, I made a fake account on Facebook and looked him up. I then managed to find the woman too among her friends by profile picture. Thankfully she looked exactly the same. After that, I went through his available pictures and managed to find a family picture, where I recognized his wife and she was also tagged there. So from that I got onto his wife's account and wrote to her how her husband is cheating on her with that specific woman and about how I've seen them fucking on the sidewalk in front of the hotel. Just to give myself alibi in case I needed it. I told one of the 2 managers who came in and also the co-worker who came to exchange the shift with me. They were both fine with it, and while I was asleep, sure enough, the guy came in angry and the other manager who I didn't tell anything was clueless about this, but the one I told backed me up. He was the good one who I could really trust. The job was the type where for the most part the higher the position, the lower the brain cell count rule would apply. Either way I got called in and got a stern talking to and a threat of being fired by the oblivious manager, who was then told what I did after the man was dealt with by the other manager. No one wanted to work on that position and we had 3 workers there for a while now while the OK minimum was 4, so I wasn't scared about getting fired. Both the managers were there and I saw that the good one was just talking out of principle while the oblivious one was somewhat upset over the entire thing, and even after explaining the entirety of the situation. So yeah. One of my managers is completely fine with cheating like that. I never regretted what I did, and the oblivious manager even questioned me if I aimed to destroy their family. Well, cunts like that don't deserve a family like he has.